I'm Christopher Titus. And this is the Armageddon Update. Tucker is fired. Mike Pence testified against Trump. Jerry Springer is dead. And the woman that got Emmett Till killed by lying is currently having drinks with Satan. Gosh, it feels like Christmas, my birthday, and Arbor Day all in one. I'm a big tree hugger. Listen, as much as I bitch on a weekly basis here on this self-promoting, self-centered showcase of my narcissism, or podcast as we call them, it's time that we finally have a day of celebration, that some of the evil in this world has not been stopped, but at least had its ankle twisted, sucked in a bee, got stung in the throat, and is now having an allergic reaction and can barely breathe. Fuck you, Tucker. Yes. Now you got fired by Fox, and you have to have a podcast too. Do you understand what had to happen for Rupert Murdoch to fire Tucker? I mean, what did he do? Did he put a baby in a wood chipper? Because for years, Tucker has promoted white supremacy, racism, eugenics, being a traitor, being anti-trans, anti-gay, anti-drag shows, and promoted homophobia. And methinks he protested too much with that bow tie. He has pushed immigrant-ophobia. He was consistently pro-Russia and pro-Putin, and this trust fund baby with the voice of an animated squirrel rounded up 3 million racist viewers every night. And Rupert Murdoch, who loves money, success, and turning the world into an authoritarian, fascist Mad Max hellscape, as much as he loves climbing into his gold hyperbaric sarcophagus in his underground lair and prank calling Rachel Maddow, he still fired Tucker. Can't even believe it. Tucker is gone. This human neck sweater, this sockless, feckless, truthless agent of chaos is no longer on Fox. But why? I mean, what did this Miracle Whip slathered piece of white bread and Caucasian rage do? Well, we can only guess. I mean, either it's because he created such a hostile workplace that his producer quit and is currently suing the entire network. It could be that he was so racist, even the Murdochs were like, well, mate, it's even a bit racist for us, yeah? Maybe it's because he went after the Orange Messiah. Oh, yeah. And he slammed Sweet Potato Hitler repeatedly. Tucker texted about Trump.
We're all pretending we've got a lot to show for it, because admitting what a disaster it's been is too tough to digest. But come on, there really isn't an upside to Trump.
Can't believe I agree with this bow tie wearing alabaster bastard. In text, early on the morning of January 7th, his producer and he texted, "They take the president literally." That's as producer Pfeiffer said. "He's to blame for everything that happened today." And then Tucker said,
"The problem is, it's a little deeper than that, I'd say."
Later, Tucker texted about Trump. "He's a demonic force, a destroyer, but he's not going to destroy us. I've been thinking about this every day for 4 years." Yeah, but you kept suckling at Trump's burnt umber teat for ratings, didn't you, Tucky? You kept promoting the demon you said would not destroy you. So I feel like I need to introduce you to someone, Tucker. Tucker Carlson, meet Karma.
What are you, a Russian sympathizer? What evidence do you have? What? Be quiet! Stop! Stop it!
Karma, keep doing you. I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. He's going to destroy us, but he won't destroy me. Fired. Hey everybody, Christopher Titus, Titus Podcast. Guess what? We just got off a plane literally less than an hour ago from traveling across the country. So you, the camera looks like some sort of robotic monster. With me as always, the lovely bombshell Ray.
I'm so tired. What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
I look and feel fantastic, though.
Yeah.
No, you sound a little stuffy.
Yeah.
Well,
no, I've got my own things.
Well, so we had an issue. We get on the... So we have to get at 5. We know have to get here. We were on a 10. We don't do 10-day comedy tours. Well, we did. We 10-day. We got to see Ray's sister, which was fun, and then we did a bunch of shows, and it was fine. It was great.
Yep.
But man, so we get on the plane this morning, and after 10 days of busting our ass, getting up every day, driving, 100 miles, whatever, the next gig, doing sound check again, make my mic and stuff.
Yep.
Today I'm thinking, okay, we're on home. I'm going to sleep on the plane. Nope. The universe decided that ain't happening. Mm-hmm. We get on the small plane out of Norfolk, or Norfolk, and whatever you say. People say it always sounds like Norfolk to me.
There's a drop off, right? It's like Norfolk. Norfolk.
Yeah. We get it wasn't a baby too. Like listen, I don't have.
Say what you're talking about.
We had a child screaming, and I'll say this: when I say child, I don't mean an infant. When an infant's screaming, you don't know what that is. It can't communicate. This kid was talking to its mom and dad behind me.
Yeah, it had like earpods.
It was speaking language,
playing video games.
Yeah, it's actually. And then all of a sudden, the plane goes to take off, and this kid, and I mean like a banshee. I don't mean like
it was insane.
It was like like as loud.
The row right behind us.
Yeah, literally.
And the parents were not like my mom. It was, look out the window. No. Come, look out the window. Look out the window.
Which doesn't work.
No,
even I want to start
worse.
screaming by you saying that.
I am usually the calmer one in any situation. And I finally turned around like this and was like, come on.
Did you look him in the face and say that? Oh, I didn't say that. Because
I had my seat reclined so I could see him. I have never heard a child scream.
What did he do?
Oh, come look out the window.
Nothing. Right. Like no response.
No.
Did they do anything to mitigate this mother?
No, this went on.
Get up and walk
or something.
It was
so bad. It was as we were taking off and the plane was shaking, and it's all just no. It was before and during and after we had taken off.
It went on for a long time.
But I thought it was so out of control. I thought they're gonna not take off. The pilot's gonna not take off. He's going to say, you need to get back there and see what's going on.
Last week, there was a guy on Southwest that really looked like an asshole because he was screaming, and he was like, and they were people around him going, stop yelling about the baby. He goes, the baby's yelling. I'm yelling just like the baby's yelling. Oh, I'm the bad guy. And it was a big, I think he got kicked off a Southwest flight for yelling about the baby. Now, a baby, I understand. You can't figure out a baby. But
fuck them. We need to kick babies off from now on.
But this kid had communication skills. Yeah. It was just an asshole. And here's the thing. And I tweeted out about it, and I got some people that, you don't know if that baby's colicky. You know,
it wasn't a baby.
You don't have to talk. Okay, whatever. It wasn't a baby. That's
you
true. That's
tweeted?
Oh, I tweeted about it on the plane.
Why are you tweeting?
I just tweeted one tweet.
Uh-oh.
I just tweeted one tweet. That's all. It's
I gotta get a release.
Like I can quit anytime.
Except
I'm not
when you
tweeting.
Can't. I thought you did quit.
I did quit. I did. I once in a while.
He's smoking at the same time.
We use it for Titus team once in a while. I don't.
Our Titus team.
Yeah, I know. But I just.
If you got a complaint, you send it to the Titus team.
I couldn't do a graphic for fucking Instagram. Let's just be honest. I was so pissed I couldn't do a damn graphic. Usually I had to spend a minute and done a graphic of a child screaming.
It was 5 a.m.
I was like, this is getting out. I got to get this out of my soul.
You know what he started doing? You know what I've seen him do?
I'm going to get this out of my soul, or I'm going to kill somebody. I need to get this out.
It didn't help. You were grumpy the whole rest of the day. What I've seen him do is go to Twitter, type a tweet, and then screenshot that, not send it, and put it on Instagram.
Yep.
And
this is like your Dear Johns.
This is his way of like still getting Twitter fixed.
No. I like the
and I said to him, I go, that's not how we use Instagram. I'm IG from way back. That's not how we do it. We don't screenshot bitching
John
stuff.
Fugelsang does it. If John Fugelsang can do it, I can also do it.
Yeah, but we all look at those people like, oh, they screenshot their tweets.
I didn't have a graphic, for God's sakes, because someone won't take pictures of the show when I'm on stage.
I took pictures of every effing show. Thank you very much.
So I'm going to say...
Furthermore, what we think when we see people screenshotting their tweets and putting it on Instagram, a few come to mind. I think, oh, they're old. Like, it's not the same as Twitter.
We've built... I don't know whatever happened with Instagram. We're at 80, almost 90,000 people now, and I'd never used Instagram.
You're not focusing. Instagram is your happy place.
I'm going to get back to this kid thing. Parents, if you can't control your screaming child, I had raised 2 of them, and guess you know what they didn't do in public with us? They didn't scream. Do you know why? Because when they did, restaurant or whatever, I just picked them up and I walked outside. And we walked around. I want to go back inside the restaurant. Nope. Sorry. Until when you stop crying and you stop screaming and stop embarrassing everybody and ruining everybody's dinner. And I said this right to his face. You can go back inside.
They did, however, testify against us in court.
That's true. That's true. I'm not saying it all worked out. I'm not saying that wasn't a downside. But they behaved themselves. They behaved themselves in court. When they testified against me, they were polite as shit. That's what I want to be clear about.
They were.
And
they said yes, sir.
Yes, sir. No, sir.
Yeah. Someone else went on Twitter after all of this hullabaloo this week. Tucker Carlson, he shared a video statement. Exactly. He said one of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days, the noise. He is the noise.
You are the noise.
Exactly.
You're the fucking noise.
Is how many
like,
genuinely nice people there are in this country and decent people who really care about what's true, says the guy that called his boss a cunt. But okay.
They fired evil Willy Wonka and he's bitching about chocolate? That you can't fucking, what are you talking about?
He said the other thing that you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are.
Oh my God, what a sociopath this guy is.
Dude, that's
Holy
you!
shit.
They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them. Trust me, as someone who has participated.
Is he schizophrenic?
That's a weird flex, right? That's a way, like you know what? This media is bullshit. They're all lying. Motherfucker, use you. What are you talking about?
Have you seen these guys with the bow ties?
He just gaslit the planet.
Okay, so let's
He
fast
just
forward.
gaslit the whole country. Oh, these guys are always lying and stirring up shit on the news.
Let's fast forward. Where can you still find Americans saying true things? There aren't many places left, but there are some, and that's enough. As long as you can hear the words, there is hope.
He knows where they are?
See you soon.
Oh.
Russia today offered him a job.
Of course they did.
Already.
Of course they did.
I have to tell you, people. We heard that. You know what I thought? I checked my calendar. Is it April 1st? Because they just announced it. So they announced it that last Monday that Tucker Carlson's fired, and I was like, what? That's the bullshit. And we were just staring at the TV because he's such an evil prick, and he's been such a. It's funny because he's not like a tough guy. He's not like a biker going, "Hey man, we're gonna go stand for the insurrection." He's like, "Let me ask you something. What happened if we go to the insurrection and try to take down the government?" And he's such a goofball.
And with that, he was like the number one
3 million viewers.
Popular.
They lost an insane amount of money after it was announced.
600 million dropped out of their stock value after they fired him.
Well, they didn't fire him for. It's funny, they didn't fire him for the bullshit that he said.
This is what we talked about.
It must be because of the next.
Well,
the bigger,
that former
case coming up.
executive producer has a case against him that obviously has legs based on people that we know, inside info. And these text messages are coming out where he's calling his boss a and as you well know, when you aren't kind and say mean things about Fox executives, they will fire you.
Somebody pointed out that, and this is a lesson I learned at the Fox network. They don't need you, no matter how popular you are. Guess what? Those same viewers, will find a new guy. Glenn Beck, Bill O'Reilly.
Yep. There's going to be another one coming up.
Yeah. I mean, on CNN, Chris Cuomo. They fired Don Lemon the same day.
What about Chris Wallace?
Chris Wallace. He now works for CNN. Shepard Smith. Yeah. So they don't. By the way, Fox. You got to understand. Rupert Murdoch's worth $8 billion. He could give a flying fuck about you. He really could. Yeah. Anyway, so Tucker's gone, which is amazing. And it's interesting. And the world, it just moved on. But you said this, Ray said this, it was going on. Ray goes, what's coming out that we don't know? Because you're right. He said racist shit. He talked about, and I said, put a baby in wood chipper, only immigrant babies, by the way, he would talk about. But I mean, he said every heinous, horrible bullshit, backed up the January 6th guys,
didn't get fired and was number one.
Called 9/11 a false flag. Like what? So what is coming out? Or is it because he called Rupert? Is that?
I think it has to do with the case. Maybe the next case.
But Australians call people all the time.
They've got quite a bit. He said a lot more than that. He also said stuff about Donald Trump, but they've got a lot of exposure already. They just paid out $800 million. They've got Smartmatic coming up, who's asking almost twice what Dominion was asking, and now they've got all of their discovery to get a settlement. And this other case that this woman has against him for a hostile work environment is apparently problematic as well. So maybe they're just like...
She also recorded numerous conversations with him going off.
She kept a lot of receipts.
By the way, everybody, all of us have a little bit of just... spy tech all the time. We all carry spy tech all the time.
Yeah. Well, she kept emails, texts. They said that what we have heard so far is just the beginning of it, that they haven't released most of it. He made $20 million a year. And as one of our family members that knows him was saying that they would have to pay out the contract regardless. Contracts are usually 2 to 3 years. So he's
I
fine.
think, I don't know if you got to know. Yeah, Tucker's, he's got $80 million. He's worth $80 million. He's fine.
But
Bill O'Reilly too.
What a surprise! Like that, this guy would say heinous shit. He's been saying it on air and off air. Like, why all of a sudden would he be fired?
And that's the part that bothers me. There's something that we don't know about. I'm going to predict there's something we don't know about. But good riddance. Fuck you. You were part of the downfall of America.
Yeah.
You're part of the problem with the country right now. You never told the truth. You're just good. God, go.
His video that he put out netted 57 million views in less than 24 hours.
Well,
Abby Grossberg is the former producer.
He just did the math on the YouTube. She's like, what?
Yeah, so he's still getting paid.
Yep.
Abby Grossberg is the one that's coming after him, or that has filed the suit, but now it says people in the MAGA world are coming after her. So she's all over Fox News.
So you can look this up. So I saw this as a flash. We were on the road, and it said that the second company that Trump hired to prove the election was a fraud found out there was no fraud.
Is there no end?
But he hired another company. So he had Cyber Ninjas, which worked for 6 months.
Yeah.
And then came out and said, not only that, but we found about 480 more votes for Joe Biden.
Right.
Yeah, they did. They came out and said that. They came out and said that. And then the new company said, yeah, there's no fraud.
No fraud.
He's coming out. Oh, okay. So next piece of news. Now let's move on. This is a big news day.
I just do want to say this really quick, that this guy, yet again, another one of the Christian right, great messiahs, calling women.
Yep.
There apparently we're going to hear a lot of this, but making fun of women's weight, especially a female politician said they were going to need a forklift to get her on the ticket. Discusses who he would rather
Sarah
sleep
Huckabee.
with on his staff.
This is Tucker Carlson? Who is this? Who is it?
Exactly.
Evil evangelical Christian. Wow.
I just want to say yet again, none of it makes sense.
They keep saying it. They keep saying it. All you have to do is say, I'm pro-gun and anti-abortion. I'm pro-life and then also pro-death with guns. If you keep saying that, you win. You win. What's really weird is I read something about Rupert Murdoch this week that he's got into transcendental meditation recently. He started to meditate. He actually
Tucker?
No, Rupert Murdoch.
Oh.
And all I can think of is that if that's true, he was sitting there meditating one day and had this like, what am I doing? You're 90. He's 94.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
he's 91. But at the end,
it's never too late.
It's never too late, man. If you're still.
He announced he was engaged.
Right.
Then he announced that the engagement was off. And
right.
he's 90 what?
4.
Yeah.
Didn't Hitler got into like he got into some cannabis. He got into some yoga. Hitler
it
yoga.
all comes back to Hitler. I think we can all So here's a weird thing. So here's another thing that made Trump, I think, lose his mind. Mike Pence. So they've been appealing. Mike Pence was going to testify against Trump. So it kept going through the circuit. It's like Fifth Circuit, right? It went to the Fifth Circuit, Ninth Circuit. It went all the way up. So the next thing was going to be the Supreme Court. Well, whatever happened, the judge it's on the news, 8:00 in the morning. Trump's appeal to stop Mike Pence from testifying has been denied. An hour and a half later, we just got some inside news that Mike Pence is testifying in front of the grand jury for Jack Smith.
Mm-hmm.
Jack Smith was like, hold on, Mike, hold on.
And 3.
And it's a no. Let's go. I mean, he had to have him in town, have it set up.
He was
ready.
at the mic.
Yeah.
Pence was at the mic.
And
Is it really in yet? No.
That shows a real willingness on Pence's part, I think. He's cooperating to the extent that he needs to now that he lost his appeal.
Well, the smart move now. So Trump is against DeSantis. Trump is running anti-DeSantis ads right now.
I know, and he hasn't even announced.
And they're saying like, and by the way, DeSantis was failing. He was horrible. He wasn't doing any well. And then his friend Donald Trump came in and saved his campaign. And then it's a clip of DeSantis going, you know what, man? He stood behind me when no one else wouldn't. And now he's letting Trump go. Even Trump's ads.
Now he's turned on the man that saved him.
He saved his career. Trump's ads are like a 4-year-old.
Where's he getting the money for all this shit? He's got legal problems. He's got his NFTs and his fundraisers.
So Trump made a campaign stop,
$226 million from donors,
or a grifting stop,
got it.
in Manchester, New Hampshire, and embraced a J6 defendant who was convicted and spent time in prison for her actions at the Capitol attack and for saying she wanted Mike Pence executed for treason. He called her terrific as he hugged her and took pictures with her.
She's terrific. She is so terrific. You would not believe how good this. She wants Mike Pence dead. She's terrific. I don't get the guy. I don't get the guy at all. What is going on?
I just remember, not very long ago when there was any kind of scandal, they would resign.
It wasn't that long ago.
The good old days.
Do you remember the guy that took the Appalachian Trail? Do you remember the guy that got on there? They found him. Okay, it was like a governor, and they said that governor disappeared for 4 days, and he said, "I decided I wanted to hike the Appalachian Trail." Well, turns out he's with his mistress in the Bahamas, and he said, "I'm out." He tapped out.
I tried.
Al Franken did a joke photograph and said it wasn't. I didn't do anything. She was like, "Oh my God, he tried to kiss me. He did these weird sketches," and then. So Al Franken, for bad sketches and a joke photograph, resigned. I don't get.
Those days are gone.
Clarence Thomas would be long gone.
But even Alito wouldn't even. That's another thing. Okay, let's talk about this. So Pence has testified. That means, and I talked to Ray. Ray's got a criminal justice degree in criminal justice. She says that means that they're at the last guy. Pence is the vice president.
Yeah,
that's the last guy. He was the guy he was pushing to not certify the election. So that means that they're at the end, right? It's close.
Well, they got to get through. After that, it was Trump's makeup people. They were next in line, I feel like. Right?
Yeah. The self-tanner guy. We need self-tanner guy.
And then his diaper supplier.
That guy should be fired. The self-tanner guy should be out.
And sandwich guy made the sandwiches. Yeah.
Can someone please, before this is all over, solve the mystery for us of his tan? Is someone doing that, or is he doing that? Is it body makeup, or is he being airbrushed that color? Does it last?
Subsrcibe,
exactly.
Get it better makeup.
But you would think that if you're the president, someone would come in and go, "Hey man, we can make you look more real. We have good shit."
That's why I want to know: is he choosing it? Is someone else saying, "No, this is it"? But that night that he came home really dejected off of the Marine One, remember his white collar was covered in orange makeup?
Yep.
So is that everywhere, or is that extra orange that he puts on top of the, I need to know this?
I think the pictures we have where his hair blue and went crazy.
And it's white,
he definitely has a circle.
Yeah.
It's like they hold up a thing and they go,
like a bowl.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. He's got like a stencil, like a Trump head stencil. They just hold up and they go,
like this keeps me awake sometimes. Yeah. I think of the strangest things when I can't sleep. And anybody of you know anybody that knows him, what is going on?
Like teenage girls, feather it in, right?
Something.
Blend. Come on. Motherfucker, blend.
Look at TikTok once and you'll see how to put face makeup on.
I need to go on the TikTok to get some blending tips.
Because
it looks like I have a giant circle.
You're
what I look like? I'm a human cameo.
Because
there was an old
went and
got
airbrushed before we went on the road. Jen did it.
Yeah, you did.
And I didn't have to do anything extra, but I didn't have a line. I didn't think about that. And I even said, do I need to cover my hair? And she goes, no, it's fine. Well, but I didn't have a line. So what is that?
Doing something that's a human color instead of like an actual, like a traffic cone
color.
That's
the exactly. By the way, just to be clear, Trump's never been hit by a car on the highway. So
that's true. He's a permanent life jacket.
Exactly. From space. The orange thing. Don't go around it.
I do know that his color. I have a great picture of Groucho sitting in our chair in our living room, his little ears up, just like this at Donald Trump. He'll watch cartoons, anything with a dog in it, and Donald Trump.
For some reason, whatever the voice is doing,
it's the color.
The dog likes to watch.
I think it's the color.
It's not what he says because it's the same level of like intellect.
Well, we beg your pardon.
Wait. Okay, speaking of that, let's go.
How dare you?
Let's go into, by the
dog.
way, that this guy is the front runner for the 2024 presidential race and the Republican. It really doesn't say shit about him. We know who he is. It says a lot about Republicans and people that vote Republican. Really? This guy, you saw him fuck up for I mean, he fucked up bad. A quarter of our debt is attributed to his 4 years in office. A quarter of our debt. The man actually killed 1 million people. They said that 400,000. Forbes did a study and they said, due to all the scientific research, Forbes, this is Forbes, by the way, they said it's come out that Trump was so inept about the pandemic, 400,000 extra people died.
Well, if they don't realize that they are voting for the same candidates that the Nazis vote for. We have, Nazis here, like in Florida, whatever.
Yeah.
They are voting for them.
And the Russians.
Yeah.
And the Russians are voting for it. So I've lost faith. I think I've lost a bit of faith. So about what he says, stupid shit he says. So he comes out at his rally the day and he goes, I called her Crooked Hillary. I called her Crooked Hillary. I always called her Crooked Hillary. Well, I'm going to retire that name. Now I'm going to go to Crooked Joe. He can't even find a new word.
He named E. Jean Carroll. That trial's going on right now. He named her Miss Bergdorf Goodman.
Oh, he's out of material.
I was like, wow.
How are you out of crooked? No, it's my entire vocabulary. I've got crooked and I've got sleepy, and that's it. Yeah.
If you're this stressed out and you've been on the road this long, you need Next Evo Naturals. Something I've been using a lot, and I've been using it even when you didn't know it. Interestingly enough, Next Evo, you guys know, makes a awesome line of high quality CBD products.
And the gummies.
I love the gummies. The purple ones are my favorite. I also love to sleep, and I don't always do that. And I don't love being stressed out, which I do a lot as well.
Here's how bad it is sleeping next to her. Sometimes I can hear her mind running. What is that whirring?
Sometimes
she's
there's
like, I'm awake. Oh, okay.
Sometimes there's a marching band going on. Literally.
That's what I barely just into the
I can't stand it.
I'm like, what is going on? Yeah, exactly.
Why am I singing this song?
And I'm like, babe, can you stop that? It's my brain. I can't stop it. But Evo helps.
If you have stress and sleep, you need Next Evo Naturals. So they have all kinds of products. So do your research, go online, read reviews. Like, this company stands by their product, but they have a lot of different kinds of products, which I really like. So you can get this bag and it's these little tiny tear open pouches of CBD powder, and all of their products are fast absorbing, like less than 10 minutes. And again, you guys know the drill with CBD. It's not addictive. You're not going to get a hangover. You're not going to be crazy. You just notice that you feel better. So I've started doing a morning smoothie situation with a bunch of stuff in it.
Now that I know this in our smoothies,
I just told him.
I've been chill lately, and I'm like, man, I feel.
Why did you tell him?
2 little packets,
Yeah, right?
one for him, one for me, and put it in there. And it's odorless, it's tasteless, it just dissolves in the water. It's kind of amazing. So
can they get it? Because I like this. I like this product a lot.
Yeah. And this company, like I said, they stand by it. So they test their products multiple times. They use SmartSorb CBD, which is proven to have 30 times better absorption in the first 30 minutes and 4 times the overall absorption that other products have. They have a stress CBD complex, love, and they have a triple action CBD sleep. Love, love, love. Gummies taste awesome. Upgrade your CBD. Go to nextevo.com/Titus to get 20% off your first order of $40 or more. That's 20% off $40 or more at Next Evo, N-E-X-T.
Nice.
Why do I want to say X? NEXTEVO.com/Titus. Clearly, I need a couple of those gummies and to go to bed.
You've had no sleep.
I have not slept yet at all. NextEvo.com/Titus.
Thank you, little kid behind us.
I love this product. This is like,
it's good.
They call themselves Next Evo, but it's kind of like next level CBD. I really love it.
Trump also has. So here's another weird thing that's coming up, guys. There's going to be. It feels like there's going to be something that's going to drop in the next couple weeks. So the head prosecutor in New York. No, it was the one in Georgia. Gave
Bonnie
a warning.
Willis?
Is it funny what she said? She said
she sent a letter to law enforcement.
She sent a letter to law enforcement. This we are going to be ready to charge the people in this voter fraud scheme in the next couple of months. So so now why would you have to inform law enforcement? Who would you arrest that would make people get so fired up? Maybe like do something like I don't know, attack the Capitol.
Donald Trump, Rudy Giuliani.
Nah, no one's gonna fight for Rudy.
Sydney.
No one's gonna fight for
Jenna,
Sidney Powell.
Steve
Bannon. Nope.
Lindsay.
Ooh, that's another more news. We had a lot of news.
I already said Trump.
No, it's Trump. It's Trump.
Well, why do you keep saying no? I said Trump first.
I know. I'm just saying that. I was just saying that you maybe others.
You need sleep.
I do need sleep. Bannon's buddy. So Bannon did this thing. We build the wall. Basically, they did this scheme where they actually told people Trump couldn't get the wall done. So Bannon and one of his buddies had started this GoFundMe to get the wall built. They raised $10 million and then kept it. The guy just got sentenced 2 days ago.
The guy who he was on social media, just like waving his money on his yacht and his whatever.
Yeah.
Thanks, bitches.
They arrested Bannon on that. Now, so here's the thing.
But Bannon got pardoned.
Bannon got pardoned by Trump, but this other dude didn't. So why would he can't? Even if he flips on Bannon, Bannon still.
He's already got immunity, whatever it is.
Here's what I'm learning.
No, but what did Bannon have to do with January 6th or any of that? Surely there's something they could get him on.
Well, he was out though. Remember, he was out because because Bannon got at the cover of Time and Trump didn't.
Yeah, but wasn't he tweeting and posting and
Bannon? Didn't you remember the picture? Look it up. It's horrible. He literally looks like he's on a 4-day bender. He looks like it's a really bad picture.
But they did it in an unkind way.
If the photographer had sent us pictures of me for the cover of a magazine and it was those pictures, I'd be like, we need to find this guy and stab him repeatedly.
And typed in like AI. Yeah. Fuck up his face.
That's what it looks like. It looks like they were like, give him more herpes. See the picture? See, it's crazy, right?
The great manipulator is what it says. So yes, I would say it was an unkind photo. Did he pose for that them? It looks like he posed.
It does look like
kind of an editorial.
Oh, he likes it. He likes the notoriety of being
It looked like a Nick Nolte's mugshot. It was like, turn up the Nick Nolte on that dial.
They used the Nick Nolte filter. The Nolte filter. Can we need more Nolte? More Nolte.
Supposedly, Biden forgot where he was last, which after this trip, not going to lie, I think twice we turned to each other and said, wait,
what
I said to you, wait, where are we? Or I would, and imagine being president and old, I couldn't ever remember a room number because it changed every day.
This was bad today. I was good at it because I've gotten used to it. But she got a room wrong. We were going. She was putting the elevator. She took us to different floors. I go, where are we going?
And it would always be the room number from the day before.
No, because we were switching hotels every night. So we were in 503 one night and 1211 the next night. And she was like, took us to 503 at the 1211 hotel. I'm like, where are we going? What are we doing?
Those actually are two of our real room
numbers. Are we
numbers.
going to the gym?
I guess Biden's a little kid asked him what country he was in last, and he just meandered for a while. Well, I've been to a lot. I've been to 89 countries.
I was in room 1203.
Finally, another child goes, Ireland.
But here's the problem with that. So you're on a plane. So imagine this. You're not sitting in the plane. Biden's not sitting there watching TV, eating tapioca, getting ready. Where am I going? Ireland. It is not. He's actually, they're having meetings. He's got China. They just found that China is doing cyber wars against us. 50. The FBI just came out today and said 50-1. They have 50 for every one person we have working on cyber. They have 50 working against us. He's got Russia and Ukraine going on. He's got economy that he's trying to balance. He's trying to balance interest rates and the inflation, which is coming down. By the way, gas prices dropped 50 cents. He's running a country. He's actually doing the job of president. People go, oh, he doesn't do any press conferences. Yeah, because he's fucking busy.
Nobody did before like
Nobody
Trump did.
Trump
I was
did
saying
every
that
day.
the other day. Do you remember he is such a narcissist that he put, instead of having a press secretary do it, he put himself in there every day. Every day he wanted to be on camera. That was a nightmare.
And then he gave medical advice.
Like drinking bleach.
I think we can use a powerful light. What do you think? A powerful light, maybe? Maybe a powerful light.
We're going to look into that.
Or a cleaning, maybe some disinfectant.
How is that? How are people still? I
Well,
can't.
I think what's going on right now is everybody's stoked on the Democratic side that he's still the front runner because, and I said this to you. So remember when Trump ran it the first time, right? He started out with that, they're bringing the rapists. You know, he started out, by the way, his first sentence was fucked up, you know, but people were like, yes, I want to hear that. Now we literally have 7 or 8 years of raging mistakes, stupid shit that he said, dumb things he did, horrible, horrible policies implanted. The debt went up. We have do you understand what running against Trump would be like? You can't get too cocky about it, but the wealth of look at this guy. All you got to do is go. Yeah, seriously? You could just do that for like 2 years.
Don't. That's what I don't understand. And I know people that support him that are actually intelligent people. I'm really thrown by that.
I am too.
This episode also brought to you by Butcher Box.
Titus is making a point and it got stopped.
Premium meals with Butcher Box because it's a premium product. Like all the products that we choose.
Best chicken I ever had. I still cannot tell you how much I love chicken breasts.
Everyone says that, and I really feel like people should try it just to see because it's noticeably different. And I don't know what it is. I'm not making any claims about it. I just think that it's the quality. This is higher quality, and there's no added antibiotics or hormones. And so if you get beef, it's 100% grass fed. The chicken is free range and organic. The pork is raised crate free. The seafood is wild caught, so it's not farmed in its own poo.
So your meat's not angry. Your meat had a good life.
Yeah.
Your meat's like, I was Roman. I was crate free. I was having a good life.
It's clean. It's not all that nasty crap.
That's what I noticed.
I also love they deliver to your door. So you go on their website, you pick what you want, or you pick a box that they've already put together. But I like picking what we want and drag and drop into the box. It comes to your door. You don't have to leave. And the shipping is free. So it's a no-brainer. And you don't have to go see people in the grocery store, which is also a no-brainer.
She's slowly becoming a shut-in with all the products. With everybody's
not slow.
She's just like it's
I slipped right in. COVID happened, and I was like, "See ya, everybody!"
Right on time.
Then they said we had to go back out, and I was like, "No, I don't think so. Nope."
This COVID thing, it's awesome. I'm locked down.
We can do comedy from this room right here. Butcher Box is coming to the door. What do I need? Butcher Box was awesome during COVID because everyone was out of everything. But if you were already signed up with Butcher Box, you got your shit. So you can get free chicken thighs for an entire year and $20 off your first box when you sign up today. He's a maestro at cooking chicken thighs. That's 3 pounds of bone-in chicken thighs for free in every box for a year, plus $20 off your first order when you sign up at butcherbox.com/Titus. Use promo code Titus. Claim the deal, butcherbox.com/Titus, promo code Titus.
Got to sing it when you use the promo code. Yeah. Okay.
Go ahead.
Promo code Titus.
They'll call you and say, go ahead. What is it?
Hi, I'm calling from Butcher Box. You ready? Ding.
Titus!
And go. No, what else happened? So you got Fonnie Willis.
So many things.
Warning. And then you got, what else happened yesterday? Jerry Springer died. And people, it was weird. I had this, and I miss pissing people off. But if you love Jerry Springer, well, we got a problem right there. This guy, him and Morton Downey Jr.
He died.
He died 79.
Yeah, everybody suddenly acted like
we were talking about like a great statesman or somebody. Mm-hmm. This is one of the fuckers that got us on the road to where we are now.
That's what I said as soon as they started talking about him. I said he's the reason we're where we are now.
Yep.
That like tabloid television show where all of the sudden we were fascinated by watching people. Had those people been kind and respectful, we wouldn't have watched it. Well, I didn't watch it, but
cheating on the girlfriends, got people pregnant.
And picking up chairs and hitting. He got hit with a chair. Yeah. Remember? He had to have a bodyguard on there.
His bodyguard then started his own show. Steve, what's his face? Started his own show after
Stone Cold Steve?
So this started, this started, so someone, the dentist has hit me up after I go, by the way, why do people seem to be upset
about Did you tweet something about Jerry Springer too?
I did.
You just said you only tweeted one thing about a baby.
I'm out again. All right,
Christopher, James, Todd, Wilson.
Listen,
Titus.
I had a relapse and I'm off.
You lied, and you've now been busted again.
I forgot that I didn't lie. I admitted it.
I'm going on Twitter to see what you've been doing.
So here's what I did. I put so some of the Dennis's head. By the way, it wasn't Jerry Springer. It was Morton Downey Jr. started the entire thing. Although Jerry Springer did have a show that ran longer, it started with Morton Downey Jr. And I was like, I don't care. Jerry Springer turned it into an industry unlike any other. What's the show? Jersey Shore, Bama, all those bullshit, reality shows. Horrific, low rent, dumb fuck, ignorant, stupid, make us all look. Do you know the rest of the world watches us and goes, fuck?
Oh, you've been tweeting quite a bit and retweeting. You've been quite busy.
So?
Even something that I said to you a day ago, you tweeted.
It's intervention time.
I actually gave you credit for it, too.
You have been quite busy arguing with people again.
I didn't argue with people.
You are 100% arguing with people.
What did I say?
You've argued with people about Biden. You argued with people.
I didn't know. That wasn't in response to anybody. I just said.
About Jerry Springer. You agreed with John Cusack and called Trump an insane 4-year-old.
Yep. He is.
You are arguing with people about the kid on the plane today.
So since I'm not tweeting anymore, go to my Twitter and follow me to watch so you can get my daily non-tweets.
You were being so great.
I am. I'm still off though. I'm still off. I just didn't. I was just on the plane and I had to get some stuff out.
And the day before.
And I was in the car.
And the day before.
And then I was in the bathroom.
Turlet tweeting was always his favorite thing to do.
And I was like, people.
There's a punching bag here.
I know. I'm off. You're right. It's horrible. So Elon Musk had lied. Speaking of Twitter, Elon Musk had lied and said that Twitter has that their hate speech has dropped by half.
According to Elon.
The Washington Post or somebody, it was one of the big papers did a survey, went through it, and they found that it is doubled. Hate speech, Nazism, all that shit has doubled. Yeah, doubled on Twitter. Twitter is dying. Oh, he's also trying to charge. I lost my blue check, which I don't give a shit about. He's charging $115 a year to be verified. Except if you're famous, super famous. If you have over
it's selective, really?
If you have over 1 million followers, it's free. He gave it to Stephen King. He gave it to a couple other guys.
Well, not everybody though, because Patton doesn't have it. But Stephen King was mad because he told everyone. He said, "Hey, everyone, this says that I paid for verification when you click on his blue check, and that I supplied my phone number. I did neither." And Elon said something like, "You're welcome, namaste." Like. What?
He's a twat.
He's really ruined Tesla's stock price too. Really,
and his rocket blew up.
None too.
That happened this week too.
That doesn't sound right.
Set up his first, the first major, huge, what's it called, the SpaceX, whatever it's called.
FAA is investigating them now. They've shut them down.
They shut Tesla SpaceX down. Not Tesla SpaceX. They shut it down. Yeah, until the investigation is over, they cannot send off any more rockets.
Well, how much longer till Elon Musk is out of our lives?
You know what's weird is that there's going to be a day because he is. I think SpaceX is private. He's going to have that, but Tesla is public, which means they'll come. Which the shareholders can come because the product is good, but he's such a psycho, and the Cybertruck's supposed to be amazing.
They could oust him, right?
They can oust him. That's the problem. Is there's a point where. And this has happened throughout history where the big shot gets. Yeah,
but he's the largest shareholder.
Is he still?
I believe so. That's why he lost so much money
to maintain the 51% or whatever it is.
Yeah, guys, can we just kind of?
Elon Musk has 13.04% stake as Tesla's largest shareholder.
But all it would take is for everybody to gang up. That's all it would take.
Yeah. Right.
Right. That's all you have to do is you get
unionize.
You get 45% of the shareholders together, and they go, "You're out, bro."
I don't know. I just wish that he would go back to focusing on Tesla because now all these competitors are on the market, and they were, Tesla kind of went to shite for the last couple of years. People were
Oh,
saying that there were some problems with the quality of
You
them.
won't believe
and
what's coming out, man. There's some stuff coming out.
I know, but I have stock in Tesla. I need him to get it right further.
Full disclosure.
We've asked this before, but what does he give a shit about a social media platform? What does he give a shit about? Who cares?
Fame. You ready? You ready? No.
But he already has his richest man in the world.
You got that. But dude, mom used to say it. Ray's mom used to say this. It's there's a saying in the Middle East: $1 more. How much is enough? $1 more.
Yeah, but if you are the top, the competition is done.
Because but he's a human being. He never believes he's at the top, right?
Or
we're always in our own heads.
No, he does believe he's the top. He believes he's the smartest man on the planet, and that what he says is golden. And now he's like, well, everybody loves me for that, so I'm going to keep doing it. It's again, I'll go with Rick Welga. Money and fame plugs an amplifier into the asshole you already are. And Elon Musk has the biggest amplifier. He's been plugged into the biggest amplifier. More money than ever. Groundbreaking technology. SpaceX, although it's blowing up, it's not working out for him right now.
Elon Musk hit the Guinness World Records for how much money he lost. Estimates say he lost around 200 billion. Before him, the record was set by Japanese tech investor Masayoshi Son, who lost 58.6 billion. So
how did he lose 200 billion?
200. Well,
stock price dropped.
Yeah, and if that's where first of all, he put all that money into Twitter. He ain't making money off of that. In fact, they're trying to foreclose on. Oh
no, the numbers are. My son brought this up. He actually called me laughing. He purchased Twitter for $44 billion. As of 2 weeks ago, when Jet told me this, it was worth $22 billion.
Yeah.
Wow.
Smartest
man. Smartest investor on the planet.
And the stock price, when he started being so crazy, people were like, all right, whatever, dude. People don't want to buy a Tesla if he's being a dick. It just goes together. It starts to represent, especially if he's enabling white supremacists on the platform, retweeting white supremacists and sexist people. I don't want to put money in that guy's pocket. I bought the car before. I didn't know. But they said he lost since November 2021. He's lost estimated $182 billion. Stock price tanked too.
In the old days, like Henry Ford, he just hid that he was a Nazi. He just hid it.
Yeah.
He's like, look, I'm paying my workers a lot.
This episode brought to you by Native, another company that I love. Native, you guys know that we love their deodorant.
Can I say the charcoal is my favorite? I know because it's manly. I like it. It's great. Although I do have the candy kind of stuff up at the cabin, which I use.
You have the peppermint,
cinnamon,
the limited edition line that they did, the candy shop.
I collect deodorant. That's how cool Native is. I collect that.
It's a cinnamon one, and he keeps that. Isn't that in the glove compartment?
I do have one in the front of the car. Yes,
I always keep one in the glove too.
You
That's
do?
So fun. Yeah,
we got it, man. We know we're men and we stink. We got this.
Why?
You never know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
while you're out
with
there.
You, we're pretty sure what's going to happen, and it ain't nothing. We've got 3 years.
He's trying.
He's not trying.
No, I'm not trying at all.
That's the thing, and he'll tell you he's not trying. So anyway, Native, we told you guys last time that they make a sunscreen as well, and
which is coming up. The season's coming up.
Yes, we are in that season, especially guys and girls. When you drive and you think that you're not in the sun, you're being hit with UV rays all on the side of your face. So Native, it's quickly absorbing. It's ultra sheer, so you don't get that white, cakey, weird crap. It's hydrating, good for your skin, lightweight, and it gives you broad spectrum SPF 30 from UVA and UVB rays.
By the way, their deodorant doesn't do the white thing either.
No, I know.
It's crazy.
But they put stuff in their products like coconut oil.
Right.
It's So Native is made with a 20% active zinc oxide formula that's been dermatologist tested because everything makes me break out and this does not. And it's good for sensitive skin.
By the way, that's true. I didn't think about that. You're right. You're allergic to moisture and the Native doesn't do it to you. That's awesome.
It's made with oils that come from plants that seal in skin moisture, and it's vegan and cruelty free. I actually have started using mine for a face primer, for a makeup primer.
The SPF.
Yeah. Instead of
I think-
doing that and then doing a primer, you don't need to. I do this, let it dry, and then put on my
And
makeup
I think
over
as
that.
I hit my 30s, I think I should.
Yeah, when you get
use it on
there.
my face.
Yeah.
As I
Be
hit
prepared
my,
for
as
that.
I hit my 30s.
Yeah.
I think I should.
They have the scents are very mild, so you don't get that stinky sunscreen smell.
Right.
Coconut and pineapple rosé, or sweet peach and nectar, or you can do unscented. I love all of them. I like the peach probably the best. I don't know. Coconut and pineapple makes me want to drink pina
Don't you have a
coladas,
theme, like all
but
our-
everything makes me want
all
to
our
drink
products
pina
are
coladas.
clean and healthy. Even the meat is
Mhm.
it's and the deodorant is all. Like, I think people are waking up to the fact that companies like Native and people that care about what. I mean, you think about you're putting this on your skin, which is the biggest organ on your body, and when you're putting on the stuff that doesn't, you don't know what you're putting on. But Native, the ingredients are it's just clean. I like it. I'm happy.
Yeah, I like it. So give your skin the protection it deserves with Native's mineral sunscreens. Go to nativedeo.com/Titus or use promo code Titus at checkout to get 20% off your first order. That's nativedeo.com/Titus or use promo code Titus at checkout. nativedeo.com/Titus or promo code Titus.
Man, I wish they had this stuff, years ago, because
Well-
I had skin cancer.
You did?
Like the
Do they
real
know?
one.
Do
I'm
they know
pretty
what
sure
that
they
was?
had
Do they know what
sunscreen.
that was
No,
Didn't
caused?
they had
they?
sunscreen.
You just
but
weren't
not,
wearing it?
not the good kind, like the toxic kind.
You wanted, so you had skin cancer where?
Yeah. Oh, my back. It's commonplace.
From like hanging out in the sun,
yeah, from working.
right?
Like construction work, like out in the sun.
With no
And-
shirt on?
Yeah, no shirt on.
What kind of
but for like 10
construction
minutes.
site was
now he lives
this?
in a dark sound stage.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the complete
That's
opposite.
how bad it was.
Yes.
Sometimes he turns the lights off and he's luminescent. He's a little bit luminescent.
So what
These aren't lights.
happened?
It's
They removed it and that was it,
Yeah,
or did you have to do?
I had biopsies done, with radioactive tracing. They removed the cancer.
Yeah.
It was melanoma, and it was bad. And I had to get
As
2
opposed
lymph
to the
nodes.
good melanoma.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
there
you
are,
let it
yeah.
go. You did a dude thing and let it
Wait,
go for a minute.
They took 2 lymph nodes.
Yeah,
You
to
did
make
it-
sure that
so
it
you-
didn't spread.
You
Right.
did a dude thing. It's all right.
Yeah, well, I was
Give me some lotion. Hey, we got some Neosporin. It's skin cancer. Neosporin. Look, it says it on Neosporin. Skin cancer.
doesn't even hurt.
It doesn't even hurt.
My dad let his go,
My
except
dad too.
my
They had to burn it
my dad always was in the sun every day after he retired from being a pilot and stuff. And I would always say, please put on sunscreen, and he never would.
Mhm.
And it ended up being a tiny little mole behind his ear that he couldn't see.
Yeah, that's it. It's like, okay.
It's always you can't see.
And even if you do put on sunscreen, there's spots you're going to miss.
Yeah.
It also wears off.
Yeah.
If you're sweating, it might
Yeah.
be gone.
Well, I'm
You
gonna
know.
need to
Well,
look-
my dad spread to his lungs, and has
Yeah.
You got some-
cancer
you got
and had part of his lung removed, and now he's on immunotherapy.
You got some freckles on your back. I need to just really inspect your body.
Because of the
What are
freckles.
you
It's because of the
talking
freckles.
about?
Okay.
Just be so
Are
you
you
make
going to
sure.
inspect Ken's body too?
No, he's already got mirrors. He's stretching.
It is like a fun house in my bathroom.
So what's going on? So we have so we've been living in hotels for the last 10 days. It's not great. Although I will say that it wasn't as bad as what's going on with you in your place right now.
Oh, talking about screaming children. Oh man, please. Can
But
I
can't-
express this?
Listen, I knew the plane flight was only going to be an hour. It was a
I
short
was tweeting on your Twitter account. That's how mad I was.
By the way, that's Titus team tweeting. I didn't do that.
Uh-huh.
I know, right? This within the last 2 weeks, it's the same exact thing.
Is it a
So-
new person?
It's
So
a
what
new.
happened?
It's a new. I live near a college, right?
Mhm.
And it's loud at certain times, which is totally fine. There's
But you've been there
parties
for
on
a
the
while.
weekends.
It's normal college loud.
Yeah.
It gets loud for a minute.
I've been there
It's
for years and years,
Right.
and I've lived in tons of places.
Yeah.
I've never had a family this loud at these times of the most inconsiderate times of human beings. So last week, the guy, I'm just hearing this bang,
Is he
bang,
above
bang,
you?
bang, bang. He's below me, but the
Oh.
building.
He's below you in
He's
Cosmo.
below me.
Wow.
That's crazy.
I mean, it's an old building. Lots of buildings in LA are old
Yeah.
because they don't age because of the weather, and there's no insulation again because of the weather.
Hear everything.
You can hear everything. It's just like
Yeah.
it's loud as shit. The stairwell is like an echo. I could fucking record when the levee breaks in the fucking, the fucking stairwell. It's that much of an echo chamber. Anyway, so like they moved from within the building, like from one apartment to underneath mine, which just got renovated. And all of a sudden I'm hearing it like weird times. Monday night, 11 o'clock, screaming, banging, all kinds of crazy shit going on. And I go down and I'm like, hey, I'm trying to go to sleep. Can you
stop
control-
the murder?
Yeah, seriously.
Just stop the murder for now. Just give me a minute.
And then he's like, he kind of said like, oh, okay. And then that went on for another half an hour and then it quieted down. Next night, louder, later. I went down again. Next night, 3 o'clock in the morning, he's dragging metal furniture across the hallway and then into his place. Yes. And the baby,
Why
it's
is
like
the baby awake?
That's what I'm saying.
Baby. It's a toddler, like, speaks
At 3 in the morning?
all day, running, screaming, running and screaming at the top of its lungs.
So they're moving across the hall, though? Will that help?
No, they moved from
No,
across
he's
the
saying-
hall.
Here they're
to
moving his
underneath
stuff.
me.
So you need to call. So I had a bunch of problems. You know me. I'm like you. This stops. We can all get along.
Yeah.
I'm not banging in my fucking walls. I don't crank my music up. So when I first moved to LA, so I moved in. I would always stay I would always get an apartment on the top floor because I knew that I hated it.
Same,
And that's why
same.
when you say that it's below
Yeah.
you,
I did that.
that's crazy.
Mhm.
That is still making noise. So I would get it. And there was a kid that got a TV show, and the show didn't last. He was emancipated. He was 16. He moved into the apartment next to ours and bought a stereo, a couch, and this stereo went till 4 a.m.
No.
pounding. And I was like, boom, boom, boom. So finally, the second night it happened, I went over and I just was like, boom! I'm on his door like that. And he comes to the door and he goes, what? And I go, turn your fucking music down or you're not going to go right fucking now. He goes, you want to go right now? I go, yeah, how about I fuck you up in your apartment? And it just got really ugly. It got bad. This is 1989, 90. When I was really psycho. And then, his show got canceled and he had to move out. He had to move back to his mom's house. Boom! So
The problem is he got defensive. Is that he didn't go and just
Oh,
be like,
no.
oh shit, man, so sorry.
It's
okay,
3 in the
gotcha.
morning. Oh my gosh,
it's too much, whatever.
And the other thing is that now we live in the house we live in now, our neighbors had a party and I leaned out the window and I go, guys, can you keep it down? And they got to the barbecue and it was pounding. Remember that one?
That's not what you said.
What'd I say?
Hey, turn it down.
Okay, yeah,
Like
but it's
that.
a lot better than I'll fucking kick your ass, isn't
Oh.
it? And the guy goes, yeah, man, sorry. And it turned out instantly.
Yeah.
Oh, adults. We live amongst adults
That
now.
was so loud. They had the music going outside that we were across the house in our bedroom with the
It's
door
on the
shut,
other
and
side
it
of the
was
yard.
like moving our walls.
See, it's like the baby on the plane or
His
the
phone chargers hopping on a nightstand. It's just
That's
like
crazy.
It's if you're going to be defensive about it or not do anything clearly about it, to tell everyone around you that I'm do my best. I'm going to take care of it. I understand.
Yeah.
3 o'clock in the morning, I go down to talk to this guy, and I'm like, motherfucker, this has been going on all night. And he's like, it's not all night. I'm like, motherfucker, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. When is night end
Yeah.
or begin? What, it's been all night.
Right.
Yeah, at 3 o'clock is definitely into all
So
night.
what did he
Definitely.
say?
Yeah.
What did
He was just like, okay, because I was just like ready to scream.
Yeah, you got.
Did you have Wyatt?
You got the old Krav Maga.
I had him, yeah.
Wyatt was sleeping through it, though.
He was
probably.
Now I had a problem on the other side of it, where when I first moved to West Hollywood in '88, the second place we moved, we had a cheap bike, like exercise bike, and I guess the guy under us, I wasn't riding it, but my ex was riding it, and it was going, and I guess it would go
vibration.
click, click,
Yeah.
click. It would make a noise. And one day it was this Russian dude, young Russian kid, comes up and he started from kicking in the door. He didn't start, hey man, he started in, I come home and there's a footprint on the door, like about maybe chest high.
So that's illegal.
And I'm like, okay, and I go in, and she's in there going, you're not gonna believe it. This guy just came up. Oh my God, he was flipping out. He was screaming. I was looking up through people, and he kicked the door. He was screaming in Russian, and I was like, holy shit. So I don't have any issue. I go downstairs, hit the guy's door. He opens the door, and we basically almost go at it in the hallway. And I told him, dude, you can just ask. That was it. So then it happened again 2 days later. He came up and he just started flipping out every time she rode this bike. And I was like, and I'm like you. I'm like, well, maybe we need to put something under it, because I'd be in the room and it didn't make any noise, but I guess under it made noise.
Yeah.
And so I was like, we need to find rubber padding or something.
Right. Something about it. Yeah.
So then it happened again. He came up again, and I caught him at the house, and him and I were like this, and then the next thing that happened was he said, we're in the elevator, and he gets in the elevator, and he's been terrorizing her at this point. And you know me, how I am about that. And he looks at me and he goes, in the elevator, we're standing in the elevator. He goes, you're going to leave this building in a body bag. And I just went, wham! And I just started beating his ass. And I grabbed his head. I bounced it off my knee. You got to remember, this is 1988, 89. I was
before laws.
I was a different guy.
Yeah,
before laws, yes. It was when LA, and we got in a fight, and I beat his ass in the elevator. And then we get out, and he starts going. He goes, you don't know who I know. You don't know who I know. You're a dead man. And I was like, Russians, young guy in his own apartment, We should look for a new space. We should look for a new spot.
So bike outside.
We found a nice place on the roof with a pool. It's good. Okay. Nice, found a nice spot. But they got out of there. And that's why I'm alive today.
Yeah, especially in LA, it's very believable.
The more you know.
But it's what you said. It's what you said and what we've lost. And again, now we're back to Jerry Springer. Jerry Springer and Morton Downey Jr. created this. We do not have the common decency, grace, or respect to just go, oh, shit. Because I was feeling bad.
No, but if you're going to ride your exercise bike in the living room, who does that?
It was a shitty, tiny apartment. That's all we had.
Was it one of those bikes with the fan?
No.
Do you remember those? With the arm
We had the
things?
real heavy wheel, like they take
with
a 40,
cards
like they
it.
take a 35-pound plate and turn it into a wheel.
Yeah.
My grandparents had one where the whole front was a huge fan.
Yes.
Why?
A resistance. But it also went.
But also gave you a fan.
And it went.
Yeah. So you would need, for that kind of bike, you're going to need to take Athletic Greens. This episode brought to you by Athletic Greens.
Another health product. I love that.
Took it on the road with me. Used it every day.
Yep.
Have a little concoction going there with an aforementioned product, and put it all in individual baggies because I'm out of the travel packs. Or I had some, I didn't have enough.
She's using the scooper and making little Ziploc bags. It's great though.
I did. I made little baggies and took them because I was like, if we're going to be out 10 days traveling every day, exhausted.
TSA didn't catch you for that?
I'm going to need.
What's
this?
It
was in my suitcase.
But also, it's green cocaine. Leave us alone. You know what bothers me about being on the road, and this is why Athletic Greens is so good, is that so we're going hotel room to hotel room to hotel room, and you don't think about this, and I because I've stayed in hotel rooms for so many years doing stand-up, is that you don't like there's things that people do in hotel rooms that would make them burn down their own house.
Oh yeah.
And so we're staying there. The bed's been slept on by 20,000 people.
Oh, God.
I know, but none of us think about
There's
this.
Gen 6 poop on the walls.
Yeah, exactly.
I just had to turn and look at Idris to make it all go away.
But you're like I'll never bring a black light into a hotel room.
Yeah.
I'll be
Okay, move on.
So your
Hi,
immune
welcome
system,
to the hotel crime scene.
What does that have to do with
because
this?
Your immune system.
Because we live in the way we travel, we're in recycled air. We're in airports with people. Athletic Greens make such a difference in my health that I just want to say, if you do travel, if you're on the road all the time, take it. Keep that immune system kicking ass. That's what I'm saying. And
Okay, you brought it around. You off-ramped it blacklight. You got back on. I take it every day. I had somebody write in and ask me when they should take it. There's no set time. It's kind of up to what you want to do. But I take it in the morning on an empty stomach. There's no rules or whatever, but that's what works for me. It gives me noticeable energy.
And it doesn't have that when you take vitamins. It doesn't have that. Sometimes vitamins will make my stomach upset, but Athletic Greens never does.
Yeah, no, this doesn't upset your stomach at all. And it's got so many things that your body needs to get in that you're not getting in your food every day. It's very hard to eat as much stuff as your body actually needs every day. 75 vitamins, minerals, whole food sourced ingredients of the highest quality. They help with gut support, mood support, boosted energy, healthier skin, hair,
Invented
nails.
by a dude that literally had gut issues and he couldn't find anything that worked. And he invented this. I love that it wasn't just some corporate dude going, let's do something. Let's do a powder. And this guy came up with something that actually worked for him.
AG1
Yep.
is what we call it on the street.
AG1,
man.
yo.
AG1.
Yo, man, you doing your AG1? Cool.
AG1 by Athletic Greens. Good stuff. You guys got to try it. They have travel packs. We also use the dropper for D3. So if you're looking for an easier way to take supplements instead of taking all those pills, like he said, Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Go to athleticgreens.com/Titus. That's athleticgreens.com/Titus. Check it out.
Before we move on to the to wrapping it up, I just thought of something while you're talking. The Mike Pence thing. They actually So here's how stealthy it was. They didn't let anybody know. The reporters that were at the courthouse where the grand jury's going all of a sudden all the security showed up.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't want to let Mike Pence is testifying today because all the Jan 6 guys would have showed up.
Yeah.
And I whatever's going on, this Jack Smith dude plays it right, don't you think? No one's seen him.
Yeah, he's not.
No one's seen him.
He's not doing press conferences, which I think freaks Trump out more than anything because he understands that animal.
He's not talking. Mueller, he's not doing as much as Mueller did. He's doing nothing.
But this
You don't see him.
This is a two-prong sort of legal issue that he has to prepare the case, but also then stealthily not publicize it and try to time things right.
Yeah.
So that's a whole nother.
Yeah.
Oh, this was
it
this
did
Pence
come
move
out
was amazing.
that the Pence move was gangster. It
Totally, that's the
also
word.
came out that he is seeking this Dominion discovery, all of these emails and text messages and things
Oh, that's right.
between Trump's sham legal team,
Did we talk
Sydney and
about
all
the
them.
Dominion thing?
Yeah, last week.
Yeah.
Sure. I don't know where I am even right now. I need to go to bed now.
All right, guys. Hey, so what's going on? We just got back from the road tour. Our next gigs are when?
I don't know.
Guys, go to
How
Christopher
can
Titus
you
Show.
even think about
Go
that?
to ChristopherTitus.com and see what we got coming
we are
up.
going to push the sketch show, right?
Are we?
I think we have to.
Okay, guys. So not this. Well, because we're filming all this week, and then we got to make sure we edit it right without rushing and killing us.
So we've been on the road, and
You
we
happy?
thought we could be on the road for 10 days, and we could write them, come right back in town, and just start filming. No problem. Just poppity pop, get the podcast done. So
the nightmare that happened.
If you guys will allow us this kindness, we are going to push it just 1 week. It's still going to be live stream. You can watch it live. You still have several days to watch it after. It will be better. We want it to be better for you. So instead of May 6th, we're going to move it to May 13th. It's just the following Saturday. And we'll love you forever.
Yeah. But one more thing. The sketch show is going to be awesome. The sketches we have come up with are great. We're still but that gives us time to punch them up.
We're very tired. We're really.
You guys won't believe it. So, okay. So, you know that. So for 2-3 years ago, Tesla came out with those panels, right? They have those solar panels.
That too.
Yeah.
So we're on the road. I've been bitching at Tesla for 2.5 years. We had it. We had the money. We borrowed the money to do it. We were going to put the Tesla roof on the house. Yeah. So we had power walls because we don't know what's going to happen. 2.5 years. They had to replace the electrical panel twice. So I'm like, it's never going to happen.
Once a year.
I've been writing Tesla like guys, seriously. Mm-hmm. I'm this much money into these stupid electrical panels, and you guys aren't even showing up. Out of the blue, this week, they're ripping the roof off the house to get it.
No, they called us.
And I'm like,
With no warning, no planning, no.
We got a spot open. You want it?
It was supposed to have gone on like several times over the last couple of years. And then January was the last date. And then they called us Thursday and said, we're coming Monday. to rip off your
Your
roof.
roof.
We hope it
Hey.
doesn't rain.
On Wednesday.
Yeah.
Well, I go and look. It's supposed to rain on Wednesday, but they don't seem to know that. As of
That's why that
today,
slot's open.
when we were when we were landing, our cameras were going
By the way,
off.
we got an opening
and
during the atmospheric
they
river.
put
Nobody wants the
they
slot.
put
You
a-
want it?
They put a porta potty by our mailbox
Already.
today.
Oh my
Already,
God.
yes. So that's the other thing that we have going on. It's a lot. So
There's that. The shop's got to be
May
reconfigured.
13th.
By the way, he's got ahead of it, and then we had to do the podcast, so he had to
Oh,
reassemble.
because I'm like, we're doing this. This sketch show's happening in like 3 days.
you
I
had
need
to
tear the
reassemble,
place
so we
apart.
gave you a week.
Then
Are you okay?
also Huntington Beach, you added a show. I don't know if I'll be at that one or not. It's on
Mother's
Mother's
Day.
Day,
It's a
Rec
fun-
Room,
it's a fun
Huntington Beach, May 14th. Then CB Live, which is the very cool club. It's kind of like Scottsdale area on the 18th. And then Stand Up Live in Phoenix, the 19th through the 21st. And then coming up the next weekend, Dayton, Liberty Township, and Toledo. So go check out the website.
And guys, can I tell you something? Thank you for these for Syracuse and Albany and Richmond and Virginia Beach, guys. We I can't even tell you guys how much I love doing this, and you guys showed up, and the audiences were great, and I just want to say thanks, man. I love this job, and I guess our gift back to you is the podcast. So thanks, appreciate it. All right, now it's time for Highlanders Fun Facts. Highlanders Fun Facts. Highlanders Fun Facts. It's Highlanders
Fun Facts for you.
Okay, good.
Something.
I was waiting for
Needed it. I thought
someone.
you were gonna-
me.
I thought he was gonna. I thought he was gonna.
I love laser tag. All right. Yeah. Oh, one more thing, guys. By the way, the Titus episodes that we filmed over COVID are up on the website now, and
on
and
YouTube.
And Zero Side Effects is going to be out on Sunday
Sunday.
at 6:00 on the YouTube channel.
All right. We talked about the skin being the largest organ.
Yes.
But did you
Well,
know?
it's for some of us.
Hey now, but that is has skin on it. I think is
Right, exactly.
means two things. Boom. Go
Still
ahead.
is. That's
Sorry.
a good point.
what muscle in the body is the fastest?
The fastest
The
muscle.
fastest muscle in the body.
The tongue.
Neck.
Wrong.
Okay.
One more answer.
All right,
what do you got?
Fastest muscle in the
Not
body.
the middle finger.
The sphincter.
No, I think
By
that's
the way,
strongest.
that sounds like an evil villain organization. Hello, we are parts of Sphincter. Mr. Bond, welcome. Welcome. We are the gang from Sphincter.
the darkness of the.
All right, faster. Let me try your quad muscle.
No,
What?
your eye.
I
That
just
makes sense.
thought that when
Like
I was.
that
I
eye.
was
Is that
like,
a
I wonder
muscle?
If it's, yeah.
I
I
thought that
counts as
You
too.
have muscles.
You got it.
The
It needs
muscles
a muscle.
in your eyes.
Yeah.
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 Let me see. Pretty good.
I
guess.
promise you that sphincters move faster than that.
Depends on what's going on.
Depends on if you're using your eyes. To
We know
look
when
at the
Pence
stuff.
testified, Trump's did. Trump's was like, "Ring."
Yeah.
I was faster than my eye was moving.
You blink around 20 times per minute, but you can blink up to 5 times per second if you try, which makes the eyes the fastest muscle in
I
the
don't want
body.
to pull something.
Do it. You can. With these eyelashes, it's got to be crazy.
We change
Yeah,
the
what's
frame
the
rate on the
wind? It's
camera.
the wind that I'm getting from the eyelashes.
That's when the sphincter is.
See how fast they're going?
I've been possessed.
That
Actually.
is crazy. They're moving really fast.
I was like, oh, yeah, no. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening to the podcast. Go to the YouTube channel. Check out all our stuff, man. We've got a lot of sketches up from the first couple of sketch shows, and they're really funny. And wait till you see the new ones. I am excited about it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. For myself, the Lovely Bomb Show, right? And thanks for holding down the fort, dude, while we're gone. The Lovely Bomb Show on the Highlander. Later.
Peace out.
Think of anyone?